Every man has felt it, the sting of being overlooked. You thought you were doing everything right, but somehow you were invisible. The truth? It wasn't your words, your job, or your looks. It was the signal you carried into the room before you ever opened your mouth. That signal decided everything. Let's start with the story. Years ago, a young painter in Florence displayed his work in a small market. His technique was flawless. He'd spent years studying under masters, yet almost no one stopped to look. Just across the street, another artist sold rough, imperfect sketches. Strangers crowded around his stall, drawn in like moths to flame. The young painter was furious. "Why him?" he thought. "My work is better." An old philosopher overheard and said, "Your paintings speak only to the eyes. His work speaks to the spirit." The painter eventually learned, people don't respond to perfection, they respond to presence. This story isn't about art, it's about you. You may be saying the right words, acting politely, showing effort, yet people feel something is missing, an inner presence that speaks before you do. That's what Stoicism trains, presence. The kind of presence that makes people stop, notice, and respect you without you demanding it. The first reality, people decide before you speak. Modern psychology confirms what ancient Stoics already knew. Humans are creatures of instinct. Within seconds, people form impressions, strong ones, without logic, without fairness. Think of Marcus Aurelius walking into the Senate. He didn't need to shout or boast. His composure did the speaking. He was respected not because of his title alone, but because he carried himself as if nothing outside of virtue could shake him. Now compare that to the man who enters a room desperate to be liked. He leans too much, laughs too loud, fills silences nervously. Everyone sees it, even if they can't name it. The first Stoic lesson here: you cannot control the snap judgments of others, but you can control the energy you bring to those judgments. Story: the monk and the soldier. A soldier once mocked a monk who was sweeping the temple floor. "You look weak," the soldier said. "Do you not fear me?" The monk looked up calmly and replied, "You have power over my body, but not over my peace." The soldier left unsettled. He came to intimidate, but walked away, questioning his own strength. That's presence. Calmness, not aggression. Stillness, not noise. The kind of energy people can't quite categorize, but they feel it deep down. Why effort often backfires? Let's address something many men never realize. Trying harder often makes things worse. If you try too hard to be funny, it feels forced. If you give gifts too soon, it feels transactional. If you text constantly, it feels like pressure. Seneca wrote, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." If your energy is scattered outward, begging for recognition, you dissolve your impact. But when you hold back, when you don't rush, you create space. Space is where curiosity and attraction grow. 3 archetypes of energy. Forget the old categories of friend, provider, lover. Let's frame this the Stoic way. 1. The echo. He mirrors others, laughs when they laugh, agrees with every opinion. He blends so well that he disappears. 2. The stone. He shuts down, avoids risk, stays silent, not from power but from fear. He mistakes absence for strength, but others sense the emptiness. 3. The flame. Not loud, not arrogant, but alive. His energy is contained, steady, but it sparks when touched. He listens more than he speaks, but when he does speak, it lands. Which do you think draws people in? Always the flame. And flame isn't created by effort, it's created by inner alignment. Practical Stoic tools to build presence. 1. Practice the silent entrance. Next time you enter a room, say nothing for the first 60 seconds. Observe, breathe slowly, notice details. This isn't withdrawal, it's command. You teach yourself that presence doesn't require performance. 2. Daily cold exposure. Whether it's a cold shower or a cold morning walk, train your nervous system to stay calm under discomfort. If you can face the shock of cold water without panic, you'll carry that composure when life throws emotional storms. 3. The delayed response drill. Every time you're triggered an insult, a traffic jam, a rude message, delay your response by 10 seconds. Ask, does this deserve my energy? This one practice can change your entire reputation. People will notice you no longer react like everyone else. 4. Ancient reading, modern practice. Read Epictetus's Enchiridion. Choose one principle each week. Journal each night with Marcus Aurelius' method. What shook me today? What did I control? What did I waste? These small acts sharpen your awareness like a blade. Story: the farmer's fortune. A farmer's horse ran away. His neighbor said, "Bad luck." The farmer replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with 3 wild stallions. "Great luck," said the neighbor. "Maybe," said the farmer. Later, the farmer's son broke his leg taming a stallion. "Terrible luck," the neighbor cried. "Maybe," said the farmer. Soon after, soldiers came to draft young men. The farmer's son was spared because of his injury. The farmer's calm presence came from this Stoic truth. Events themselves mean nothing. It's our judgment that gives them weight. That kind of composure makes people trust you, respect you, and even feel drawn to you. Energy in relationships. Let's be blunt. Attraction is not logical. It's not earned like a paycheck. It's sparked like flint. The man who enters needy, apologizing for his existence, is felt immediately. The man who enters steady, curious, observing, he stirs something primal. Not because he's richer, funnier, or taller, but because his presence communicates, I am enough as I am. That doesn't just apply to romance. Colleagues sense it. Friends sense it. Even strangers sense it. The Stoic seduction, not what you think. Seduction isn't manipulation. It's alignment. It's when your words, tone, and body all say the same thing. Calm confidence. Speak slower than feels natural. Pause after making a point. Hold eye contact, not aggressively but steadily. Smile less often, but when you do, let it reach your eyes. This isn't a performance. It's a discipline of stillness. When you stop over-expressing, you invite others to lean in, to wonder, to imagine. Why mystery matters. The Stoics weren't entertainers, but they understood restraint. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, was once asked why he spoke so little in public. He said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we may listen twice as much as we speak." Restraint builds mystery. And mystery is not deception, it's space. Space for others to project curiosity, to feel tension, to want to know more. The challenge for you. Here's what I want you to do this week. Day 1-3, enter every room silently for 60 seconds. Observe, breathe, own the space without needing to fill it. Day 4-6, journal each night. Where did I waste energy today? Where did I hold composure? Day 7, engage in one conversation, practicing pauses. Say less, but with more weight. Notice how others lean in. Do this for 7 days. Watch how people's perception of you shifts. Final reflection. The world is noisy. Men shout for attention, perform for approval, chase endlessly. But the Stoic man doesn't chase. He becomes the gravity. He lives in alignment with his values, unmoved by chaos, calm under pressure. And because he doesn't need attention, he gets it. Because he doesn't beg for respect, he commands it. Because he doesn't chase connection, connection seeks him. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be like the rock against which the waves break, and it stands firm." That rock is who you must become, still steady, unshakable. Not through tricks or tactics, but through mastery of yourself. The question isn't whether others notice you. They already do. The question is, what do they feel when they do?